Are you listening?
Anyway, hello, cruel world. I am the controversial gamer right here on YouTube, Contra Gamer 911 pretty much everywhere else. And today, we're going to engage in a little bit of problem solving. So if you got your pen and notepad ready, it's time to go to work, guys and gals. Introducing the problem. This man right here is Dr. Jordan Peterson, a professor of psychology at the University of Toronto. This man has been in the business in universities for decades, almost as long as I've been alive. So, to tell you that this guy has seen a thing or two would be a drastic understatement. Now, people like him used to populate the totality of universities over here in the United States and in Canada. But unfortunately, there has been a new phenomenon. The phenomenon is that SJWs have infected these universities. You have your deans, you have your administrators, you have the people that hire the teachers. All completely socialist to communist leaning individuals who want their schools to reflect their ideologies / religion. They've created a whole generation of the problem. These kids are no more than 21 years old. But yet, these kids, because adults don't act like this, these kids are actively censoring this professor. Growing up in my time, that would have earned you quite a few Fs and a nice trip out of the university. But yet, these administrators, these deans, had hired teachers who taught these kids how to be like this. All right? This is what is being taught from grade school all the way up to college. Universities for those outside of the United States. And it's quite sad. This is why Generation Snowflake is labeled Generation Snowflake. If any of them heard anything that they disagreed with at all, this is how they react. These people don't understand, nor were they taught, that your right to freedom of speech is my right to freedom of speech. That's how it works here in the United States. When you censorship one person, you're opening the door to censoring a whole host of other people. And that's not conjecture. We've seen that throughout history. Let's take a look at the 19th century alone. You have China, that's still censoring people. North Korea, that's still censoring people. Cuba, Venezuela, who else? Who else is going through problems right now with censorship? Oh, that's right, the European Union. Germany, especially. Don't talk bad about the immigration policy or you'll lose your kids. How do you deal with this problem if you're Professor Jordan Peterson? I have a solution for you. You see, you have to analyze this objectively. And objectively, the group, which is what they are, is only as strong as its weakest link. In other words, the individual is the weakness to the community, the communal. So here's what I suggest you guys do from now on, because this has been a problem for a while. All right, I can just name off a couple of people. All right, Gavin McGinnis, all right, Steven Crowder, and Milo Yiannopoulos. And before anyone starts talking about, oh, you're backing a pedophile, fuck you. That slanderous libel movement brought to you by fake news media, Yeah, they did a good job in convincing my parents that this guy, a victim of rape himself, is a promoter of rape. Excuse me, pedophile rape. Just so we're clear, that's not the case. And I don't care if you downvote this. Go ahead, hit the thumbs down, all right? You don't like it? Fuck you. This ain't for you. For those of you that are still listening, here's what you do. If you're in a university, there are a couple of groups that are probably going to be represented in your seminar. You'll have people from student government and people from the student newspapers right there, which is probably one of the people that was part of the paper is who filmed this. Instead of sitting there just letting them act like a group, you must engage. All right, this is a university that's there for the sole purpose of challenging what you think you know and giving countless perspectives from other sources that you wouldn't find in your schools or at home. And if properly educated, your worldview would grow to encompass a lot more than what you felt comfortable with in the first place. You first ask among your crowd, people who are part of the paper and part of student government. All right? From there, you get a couple more microphones. You're going to need at least 3. And then you go straight to them. They're looking for attention. They're looking to be noticed. So, give them what they want. Hear me out. Give them what they want. The communal is only as strong as its weakest link. Go to them. Engage them. You call what I preach hate speech. Great. Who told you that? What is your name? Put the mic right in their faces. Make sure that that camera has them crystal clear, right in focus. This is not to basically make fun of them or mock them. You're giving them what they want. They want to disrupt, right? So you let them disrupt individually and have them confess where they've gotten their material from, who is the one that's influencing them, like true reporters, folks. You don't have to counter them just yet. Not yet. This is the first step. There's still one more. All right? So you hand them the mic, you have them talk, you have them say their names, you have their faces right in focus, and you list what they believe. From there, once you have 5, 6, or 8 of them profiled, disengage. Go back to what you're doing. And the people from the student government, well, wait for the news to come out. If those people from the press are worth their salt at all, what they'll do is do a profile on every single one of them that you've done interviews on. If they don't, then here's another way. Bring your own crew, complete with microphones and cameras. Engage them. Follow the steps that I just said. And then put every single one of their profiles into one of your videos. And show the world how they all believe in the exact same thing. And show us, who are the teachers, the administrators, and the deans, who are feeding them this information. But let's not stop there, okay? Have them give you the teacher that matters the most to them in high school, in middle school, in the elementary school. You see, I don't condone filming minors. We know they're being brainwashed. So how do you cover all this? Well, if they're in college, guess what? Chances are they're 18 and over. This is how you bring this to an end. When they all keep seeing video after video after video of each and every last one of them being drones, they will be ashamed because they don't have minds of their own. They don't have agency. They are stupid. They are retarded. You don't have to tell them that in person. Put it on a video and showcase it. Show their actions, show their interviews as the motherfucking evidence. You do this, and you'll give everyone who is interested in changing our system the exact ammo that we need to finally drain the swamp in our public schools, drain the swamp in our universities. We had it good in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. And these people are trying to take all that away from us. As a black man, I only had my freedom to vote for 50 years. And these socialists have tried to make my people vote away their right to vote. And it's a Democrat thing, but we're not talking politics right now. We're talking problem solving. If you do these things, you will bring shame upon them and their university. This isn't enough just showing them as a crowd of faces. They can hide amongst them. Show their faces. They're sitting there talking about people who don't like putting their faces out there on YouTube when they're doing videos reacting to these idiots. Well then, show their faces. Do those interviews. Get them to tell you exactly what you need them to tell you. Since the fake news media isn't doing their jobs, then it's up to us to do those jobs for them. The reason why I'm doing this video, guys, is because I'm too hot-headed. I would have broken at least a few of their necks. So no. Instead, I impart my knowledge to you and hope and pray that you guys do something with this. Because if this keeps going, we're going to lose our sovereignty, we're going to lose our freedom, and they're going to lose the rights that they're fighting to remove. They don't even understand what they're doing. That's how stupid they are. So take some advice from an unshaven, wild hair looking, video game playing hermit. Here's a mic. Here's a voice recorder. Get them to talk. And you will do your part to remove this SJW scourge from the West. So unless you want to enjoy more of this decades down the road, if you would like to have your voice silenced, then do nothing. What's the worst can happen? And as someone who is now President of the United States said to black people, what do you have to lose? I am Contra Gamer 911, and this is just a helpful bit of advice. Have a good one. Good game.
So, did you like that? Smack that like button if you do. Hit the subscribe button if you like the direction that the channel's going. And here are a few other selections. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next video.